Hi, this is Godslayer, and we're continuing on with the Retro Game Challenge Series, Lifeforce. So, in my last video I was saying how I had Gradius 2 and brought it back from Japan to play in America, and I was disappointed to discover that there was no way for me to hook it up to the TV. And I will say that I've read if you tune your TV into like a really UHF frequency, like something like 95 or something, very high frequency, you can get it to work. But unfortunately my TV did not go that high, so I never got to try it. So yeah, my Famicom just sits in a box and makes me sad. But I play all the games on the emulator anyway now, so it doesn't matter. But there's nothing like the original games, so I wouldn't have bought them. I mean, I had the emulator games at the time, but... Oh yeah, so I bought Gradius 2 also for the Game Boy at the same time, and that was a pretty decent version of it too. Also, you can buy an adapter for Famicom games to play them on a Nintendo. I just never did because it got to be really difficult. I bought a Super Famicom at the same time too, and a bunch of games which were actually really cheap in Japan. Like Final Fantasy VI, to buy it in Japan is like $5. In America, and that, I mean, I'm talking about a few years ago. Of course used, but for used in America, Final Fantasy III is like still like $50 or $60 sometimes. I mean, I have my copy from a long time ago, so I'm okay on that. But I couldn't believe what a price difference it was, which makes a lot of sense because so many more RPGs were released over there that they're just as commonplace. Like Super Mario World costs like $20 used in Japan, whereas Super Mario World in America is like 50 cents, you know. So I'm just getting those for fun now because I can power up right here to the next part. These are right out of Gradius, with including the music. Those are bosses in Gradius. So the Super Famicom worked fine on my TV in America because of it's got the red, white, and yellow cables. So this is stage 5, Lifeforce, and here's we're entering into a weird pyramid with jacks floating at you. I'm really glad those missiles finally did their job and took that guy out. This part can be kind of tricky because you don't have much space to get through the pillars. I'm still fully decked out, which helps so much in this game. I'm just gonna take it easy for a minute. Okay, there we go. If you sit all the way to the right, you won't get hit, but whatever. If you go up here, you can get more power-ups. I don't need them right now, so forget it. Lots of power-ups in this area. So had to concentrate for a second there. So for this game and for the Gradius series, it seems to be like you either make it or you don't. If you have one life and you're fully powered up, you're so strong that every obstacle just becomes so easy. So, I mean, it can be very difficult, but you've got a real good chance of getting through it. But the second you take a hit, I didn't want that, but it doesn't matter. Second you take a hit and you're powered way down, you're just useless. You power down so much. There's such a dramatic increase between power that the game's difficulty just becomes astronomical. So you really want to like keep your power throughout the game if you can. In this game, at least, like I mentioned, you can get your options again and you don't have to start over from the beginning. So say you're at a boss and you only have your single shot, and if you got some lives to waste, you just fly right up to the boss and just pummel into him with shots, die a couple times, and you can do it. But in Gradius, you're just boned. There's nothing you can do about it. I've got Gradius. I can get to. Sometimes I've gotten to like in various incarnations of it. I'll get halfway through the game or 75% through the game, 1 life, and the second I die, I keep having to restart from a horrible checkpoint where there's no chance to power up, and I'm just I'm just totaled. So here's the Pharaoh. I don't know what the Pharaoh was doing in the alien's body, but there he was. He's guarding the spleen, I think. Isn't that what pharaohs used to save in those jars, mummy jars? Alright, so that was stage 5. I'm going to take a break. I'll return with the final stage of Lifeforce. This is Godslayer. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.